Welcome to ABC31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Lawmakers meet in Baton Rouge next week. Their job is to figure out how to fill a $1 billion budget gap. ABC31's Shar Thomas attended a town hall meeting in Pineville last night that was addressing the budget problem.
State Senator Jay Luno has his own ideas about the special session, which convenes next Monday afternoon. He knows vital state services are on the line, and he knows the governor has promised no new taxes.
You know, we have a very difficult task ahead of us to come in and try to get this budget balanced. I'm hopeful that we can make some headway in a quick time, because we don't have very long to do it. It's a monumental task. We'll see.
State Representative Jeff Hall was also there to field questions and give his opinions about the budget crisis.
So it's not too much more we can do other than try to find a variety of them and let us just debate those different issues and see can we come to a compromise.
But constituents were there to give their own ideas about how the state should back away from what has been called the fiscal cliff.
Hoping that they can find another means of raising revenue other than taxing the poor. The 1% really does affect most of the elderly and the underprivileged in the neighborhood, because in the community they have the same needs as everyone else. However, they don't have the income source as everyone else.
Essentially, lawmakers will have two choices: generating more revenue or cutting out expenses, and neither prospect appeals to them. Whether a Democrat or a Republican, it will be the task of Governor John Bel Edwards to take all ideas to the table to see what can be done. Our Constitution requires a balanced budget, so lawmakers really don't have any alternative. The governor is proposing a 17-point call that reflects a task that has examined the problem in detail, especially the expiration of temporary taxes, which has shoved our state to the edge of the cliff. If these lawmakers and their colleagues follow past history, the deal making has already started to find out what can pass the House and Senate. You can read the governor's plan at his website, and if you are unable to attend the town hall meeting but want to share your ideas and concerns, you can go to the websites for Luno and Hall. You can also write them letters. Shar Thomas, ABC31 News.
It is a time of reflection and sacrifice. Lent begins today with Ash Wednesday. Lent lasts for 40 days and leads into Easter Sunday. The Cathedral of St. Francis Xavier in Alexandria held an Ash Wednesday Mass, marking the foreheads of those in ashes from burnt palm branches from Palm Sunday last year. Ash Wednesday is also a day of fasting, which can be a challenge for some because, for the first time in 73 years, Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day fall on the same day, meaning some will have to stay away from those tempting Valentine's Day treats. And with the Lenten season officially beginning, seafood will be a go-to for many Christians on Fridays. Fridays during the season are days of abstinence from meat. Many church groups provide fish dinners on Fridays. A number of restaurants offer specials on these days as well, and it's not difficult to find a seafood restaurant in Louisiana.
We have lunch specials from 10:30 to 3, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday just regular menu. Fish, boiled shrimp, crawfish, grilled oysters are probably our main dishes here.
Making a homemade seafood meal is always an option as well, of course. With crawfish season being in the beginning stages, now might just be the perfect time to spend Fridays eating this Louisiana seafood favorite. It's beginning to feel a little like spring on this Valentine's Day. Meteorologist Ross Whitley has more on our warmer conditions in his first forecast.
Yeah, that's right. Warmer conditions are on the way and spring-like temperatures. Of course, speaking my language there, talking about crawfish dinners, now all I can think about is that. 74 degrees out there today, 52 last night. We are currently under a dense fog advisory, and that'll go until about noontime tomorrow. That's thanks to all of the moisture that is streaming out of the Gulf of Mexico. Low-level moisture, and our temperatures, well, they're going to be staying steady in the 60s overnight. Tonight, we have plenty of rain to talk about over the next 7 days, and that spring-like conditions continuing, all coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Ross. Pineville police need your help in finding a missing 16-year-old girl. She is Ariane Campbell. She's about 5'7" and weighs about 180 pounds. She was last seen on Byron Street in Pineville last Thursday. If you can help, please call authorities. Rapids deputies have arrested a man for allegedly defrauding some Good Samaritans after they reportedly took him in over the Christmas holidays. 29-year-old Christopher Chance Smith of DeVille is charged with unauthorized use of an access card, conspiracy, forgery, and ID theft. For some senior citizens, getting to the grocery store or just having enough income to purchase groceries on top of other expenses can be difficult. The Food Bank of Central Louisiana's Adopt a Senior program aims at helping seniors with some of these challenges.
Seniors on the program get at least 50 pounds of food each month, and then we also try to add supplemental things besides non-perishable, but fresh produce, dairy, bakery, whatever we may have. Sometimes we have laundry detergent, which is always great. And so each month they know when they're going to come in and get that box. So
they come to you?
They come to the food bank. They go to many of our member agencies. You know, we always want to make sure that they don't have to come further than they have to. So we always try to match seniors and all of our clients up with food pantries closest to them in their community. So we do close to 2,000 senior boxes a month. People can sponsor a senior on the program of a $150 donation a year. And that provides that senior with the program for 12 months out of the year.
You can check out the Food Bank of Central Louisiana website, their Facebook page, or call them to learn more about the Adopt a Senior program. Well, the revelers are gone, replaced by cleanup crews in New Orleans. They hit Bourbon Street after a day of parades and parties and wrapped up the celebrations of Mardi Gras. Despite some new recycling efforts, there was still a big mess to clean up, including tens of thousands of pounds of beads.
Stay connected with KLAX ABC31. Visit us online anytime. Get today's top stories and trending topics. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. See our pics on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. And make KLAXTV.com your home for local news and information. Plus, download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
Checking out our current conditions, and it's 71 degrees and partly cloudy out there. Probably seeing some kind of mist or fog. We are under a dense fog advisory going to about noon time tomorrow. Right now, the current visibility in Alexandria reading at 10 miles, so not showing any fog currently, but I'm suspecting that we are seeing some kind of fog out there. Dew point at 66 degrees as well. Our surface map showing a quite active map out there. We got a stalled frontal boundary basically across most of the southern U.S., allowing for all of that warm air to be spread northward and just enough lift along that boundary for a couple of showers, even some heavier downpours on the northern end of that warm frontal boundary moving northward. Our next storm system already in the southwest. It's been spinning out there for a couple of days, finally getting its act together and going to be kicked out by this cold front that will be moving in, pushing it back our direction. As it does, we'll see more moisture stream out in front of it and race right along that stalled frontal boundary into the northeast. And this frontal boundary not going anywhere anytime soon. Looking at our dense fog advisories that are in place and our current radar showing basically all along the Gulf Coast states here from New Orleans all the way up to us. You got the dense fog advisory in place again until noontime tomorrow as that moisture, low-level moisture, continues to rise up out of the Gulf of Mexico and move across to perfect conditions for fog to develop. Here locally, no shower activity as of yet, but we will start to see that fill in, and there'll be spotty showers, even drizzle as we go throughout the day tomorrow. That's what to expect as well. Mostly cloudy and very, very warm out there. Some showers can't be ruled out, but a better chance of rain as we work into Friday. We'll see more shower activity, and the best chance of rain as that low pressure system comes closer to us will be on Saturday and Sunday. Occasional rain and drizzle over the weekend, so if you're hoping for a dry weekend, well, your hope is going to be dashed because we don't have that dry weekend in the forecast. What we do have is very warm conditions. Subtropical high coming a little bit closer to the U.S. than usual for this time of year. And what that does, that allows a ridge to build in the southeast, and it also allows very warm temperatures to occur across the eastern U.S., and that's what we're going to get, a little taste of spring. As we check out, looking ahead here, rain over the end of the week and the weekend as that low-pressure system moves across, and you see the second one right there behind it. Overnight tonight, 64 degrees, mild with a shower in a couple places, mostly cloudy and very warm tomorrow, near 78 degrees. Checking out our extended forecast, well, it's staying active well into the middle of next week. Scott?
All right, thank you, Ross. Which mobile network ranks best for mobile video? And Google did not sell many Pixel phones. Jane King is at the NASDAQ market site with those stories and more in today's Tech Report.
AT&T offers the best experience for viewers using smartphones and tablets to access streaming services like Netflix and Hulu. Global Wireless Solutions says it topped Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile in video stream time, freezing, and video quality. It was only behind T-Mobile in loading videos. Well, Hulu has won awards for its critically acclaimed shows, but lost $920 million last year. That's according to analysis published last week by the financial services firm BTIG. That's nearly as much as its four owners, Disney, 21st Century Fox, Time Warner, and Comcast, invested in the last few years. Hulu declined to comment about that. And Wells Fargo incorporating artificial intelligence in its mobile app. The app can now analyze a customer's financial account information and then provide insight and personalized alerts such as bill payment reminders, overdraft alerts, and transfer prompts. And Google reportedly only shipped 3.9 million Pixel phones last year. That's according to IDC. Now that may sound like a lot, but compare that to the 216 million iPhones sold by Apple and the 316 million Samsung phones sold. It took Apple and Samsung less than a week to sell the same number of Pixel phones that they were sold in a year. From the NASDAQ market site in Times Square, I'm Jane King with your Tech Report.
Love, marriage.
My husband was wonderful.
And murder.
Cheryl, I know what he is capable of, and I just don't want him dead.
True stories without a happily ever after.
Is she okay? She's dead?
Who does that?
It's about as evil as it gets.
I like to report a murder.
All smiles while she was still on the scene of her husband's murder.
How do you explain that?
All this February, Love Gone Wrong. Crime Watch Daily.
Weekdays at 3 on KLAX TV.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nick Frank. The NSU basketball team is in a serious rut. Mike McConaughey's squad has yet to win a game in 2018 and is riding a 16-game losing streak. Demons have just 5 regular season games remaining. Coach McConaughey is well aware of what the team will need to do in order to end the year with a few W's.
We have got to be able to guard, stay in front of people, contest shots, rebound the ball, and we've got to do it with a lot of consistency and effort. We've got to be able to do all the things that we normally try to do, but more aggressively, and we have to become the aggressor defensively rather than the receiver. Offensively, we have to become the aggressor, get the ball in the hands of the people that can be effective offensively.
Well, thank you for watching. Have a great night.
Medical examiner.
Detective, homicide.
I can't write you a prescription.
These are my date clothes.
Ding.
Then I had to chase this guy all the way down to Fenway.
We should do this again sometime.
Rizzoli and Isles, a perfect match.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets. Bones, weekends.
Watch Bones, weekends on KLAX ABC 31.